welcome. It is Tuesday, September 3rd. Um, Crazy day here at the shop. Um, One, my wife had to go get dental surgery. Uh, my 11-year-old had a preschool, an orientation thing at school. So he couldn't watch the 4-year-old. My 15-year-old daughter was watching the baby and did not feel up for watching both the baby and the 4-year-old. So we had Lave here at the shop for a good 2.5 hours, which kind of wasn't bad, but it definitely put a real delay in my schedule and getting stuff done. So I only just now at around 7:15 have all the new books ready, organized to go out. I still have to do all the work to clean the shelves off, put the stuff on. So I started doing that and I went, whoa, whoa, whoa. You didn't do the live stream yet. And the reason I didn't do the live stream yet is that I had hoped to make a video showing off a whole bunch of new and rare stuff that we have here at the shop before Lave came. I didn't do that. Um, I had to do that once he left because I wanted to make sure that was up before I left the shop for the day. And then customers were in here, and then this, and then I needed, oh boy, I better get the hold of stuff away. So what I was hoping to do at around 12:30, 1 o'clock, which is show off the 38 new books that I put out, did not get started till today. So just a little precursor, a little knowledge if you've never watched our live stream or know anything about the book market. September through October is book season. This is when all the major book publishers put out their serious, hard-hitting big books because they want reviews, word of mouth, all this stuff to spread so that when they start putting out holiday books, when they start putting out books in around November for, hey Joe, when they start putting out books in November for Christmas sales and things like that, or Christmas related books, they already know what their big sellers are. They've already got the real numbers on who's stocking and how popular the new Stephen King or Coho or any of those are. In the 11 years that I have been open, publisher after publisher after publisher has started grabbing up graphic novels, making graphic novel imprints. We've got graphic novels from so many different distributors, so many tiny little publishers that are only an Ingram IPS. They make very unique kinds of books, but now they make a small line of graphic novels. They put 2 or 3 out in a year. Those companies will often put those books out in these 2 months. Beyond that, licensed, marketed stuff needs to start coming out now for Christmas because it takes forever to get on all those lists and to get on that stuff. So, despite the fact that I have been pulling my orders down and trying to order as little as possible, we have almost 40 books. After I put out the new books that are out tomorrow, the new graphic novels that are out tomorrow, we will have over 40 books. So, let's start looking at them, and then you'll begin to see what I mean when I say that every single imprint has a graphic novel, has something coming out. All right, so we've got Drawn and Quarterly, which has been a respected publisher for 30 years, has one book that I have out this week, the new Mark Bell collection. Mark Bell, fantastic Eastern European creator, and these are all sorts of different experiments he's done over the years. Ayazawa, famous creator of Nana and Neighborhood Story, which we just sold out of, has a new one. It's not that new, it's a couple years old, but last quarter. We Started a Threesome has its 3rd volume. We have all 3 volumes. Let's Do It Already, a high school romance book. Smoking Behind the Supermarket with You, Volume 3. The super popular manga has been coming out every 2 months. It's pretty great. Another Smudge book. Now, Smudge we've talked about many times. They did a wonderful book 2 months ago of Her Frankenstein. Smudge is collecting horror manga that is out of print and very often never printed in English. Ryan Hulberg and the guys at Living the Line are taking manga that is considered seminal, considered like groundbreaking works of horror from back in the day, huge influences on Umez and Junji Ito, and printing them in English for the first time. So UFO Mushroom Invasion, body horror, mushroom book. Obviously, Joe, we should put that aside for you, but let me know. Chainsaw Man Volume 16, The Initial D Omnibus. 2-in-1s from Initial D. Volume 3, we have Volumes 1 and 2 right over there. So that's nice. Gigatown, A Guide to Manga Iconography. If you don't know what iconography is, don't worry. Most people don't. But it really just means how and why certain things happen in a manga and look the way they do in a manga, explained in manga form. Isn't that nice? We've got Big Nate, Remain Calm, the latest Big Nate. We've got a Little Golden Book collection of all the SpongeBob Little Golden Books that they've put out. All in one nice little box. Sleep Little Batman, an adorable picture book, board book, about time to go to bed. Batman. I saw someone reading this in the shop earlier today, and they were like, but why would his dad be Superman? And I'm like, because they're dressed up. Like, what? It's not his dad being Superman. They're just playing pretend. Whatever. Taxi Ghost! Sophie Escobar is one of my favorite creators. Witches of Brooklyn is so effervescent, exciting, and full on the page. This is a total standalone news story about a woman who can see ghosts and starts driving a taxi. Really, really wonderful art, characters. Beautiful book. Laura Perez's Occultos won a bunch of awards in Europe a couple years ago, now in print. How I Survived 4 Nights on the Ice, a true story memoir. I think it's post, Joe. I think Sleep Little Batman is a metal story. It's the Batman who's a child. I also point out that we've got one each of the Scott Pilgrim box sets that came out last week. Black and white box set and color box set, both available. Sleeping Beauties Deluxe. This was a book that over 4 years ago, about 4.5 years ago, I discussed doing a giant signing for this edition, this complete edition, because my dear friend Allison Sampson is the artist on it. Allison is exceptional. Owen King, who is the co-writer of the original book it's based on, along with his father Stephen King, used to do signings all the time at the book review. He'd done 3 signings there. So we thought when this final nice edition was out, we were going to try and get Allison and Owen and maybe even Stephen King over at the book review. Those who have been following this live stream for the 4 years it's been going on know the book review is no longer with us. So that is not happening. Juna Sildrell's Between Two Sounds, a look into music theory and how music works and why this great writer of music was obsessed with sound. My wife is probably going to get that one. Official Barbie coloring book. Official How the Grinch Stole Christmas coloring book. Minecraft Mob Attack stickers. These are the sort of things that I probably will not restock again until Christmas. Under the Oak Tree. The comic Under the Oak Tree is a very popular online fiction series that was then turned into a webcomic. We have wonderful little giveaways that come with this gorgeous book. Very excited to read it. I've read a little bit of it online and now I'm going to catch up on it. The Inscrutable Dr. Bear and the Case of the Two-Faced Statue. Jersey Draws, who just does awesome, crazy, surreal stuff. Having Dr. Bear, who's also a bear, having all sorts of crazy fantasy adventures while trying to help his patients out. Really beautiful stuff. The great Ben Sears. Ben Sears is one of the cartoonists who spent the early 2000s trying to redefine what you think of when you think of cartooning. He's finally settled down to make more kid-friendly stuff, and this is one of them by the great Toon Books line, the Toon Books Easy to Read comics by Art Spiegelman and Francois Moulet. We've got 3 little golden books, a Spidey and His Amazing Friends one, an Elvis Presley one, and a LeBron James one. See how much space is being taken up by all this stuff? I don't even have room for all of them. We've got The New Adventures of Turning Red. This was a free comic book day giveaway. The first chapter of it was a free comic book day giveaway. I love the chibi art style that they use for it. And it's all about May's life after she can be a panda, when she's not being a panda. Very popular book, a very popular movie in my house, so very excited for that. Powerpuff Girls, Tales from Townsville. This was a Powerpuff Girls comic that was made years ago, taking scenes from the cartoon and turning them into a comic. And they finally reprinted it for the first time, I think, in maybe 15 years. So that's exciting. Barb the Last Berserker. The first volume of this great series has been out of print for a while. It was hardcover. And all three volumes have come out of the original series, but one has been out of print for a little bit, and now we finally have a nice soft cover of it. I love these books. We've got signed book plates by Dan and Jason, the creators. Barb is the last of the Berserkers when her family was all kidnapped, and she's going to rescue them. She runs across all sorts of creatures on the way and befriends most of them. Batman and Robin and Howard, Summer Breakdown. This is Batman and Robin and Howard, the great Jeff Brown's answer to his Darth Vader and Sons for Batman. Batman and his son Damian, as Robin, make friends with this kid named Howard in the first book. Damian's all jealous of him in school. The weird thing about this book, which we can probably do a whole episode on, Joe, if you remind me, is that this is the new thing DC's doing, where this comic actually came out as single issues first. It's 4 single issues of Batman, Robin, and Howard Summer Breakdown before this collected volume came out, trying to dip into that single issue market. We've got Thor Volume 4. That is the 4th volume of Thor single issues, including the first king-size annual, where he fights Hercules. We've got Marvel vs. Scarlet Witch, Great Tales of Wanda, mostly more recent stuff, but there is some Vision and Scarlet Witch stuff in there, and Marvel team-up. Spider-Punk Arms Race, Cody Ziegler's take on the Spider-Punk latest adventure. Superman Elseworlds Volume 1. This has been out of print for about 3 years. This collects my favorite Superman Elseworlds, Speeding Bullets by the great James M. Mathias. Superman Cal, which is really wonderful. Nation Divided, Superman Inc., and Superman War of the Worlds. All very 90s Superman stories that take place at different times and different places. Really great stuff. Of course, Speeding Bullets, we've talked about numerous times how good that is. All right. Batman. Oh, Sarah's here. Sarah's here. Oh, and Margot's asleep. Look, Margot's asleep. Live stream. Welcome.
How are you?
All right. Help you find anything?
No, I just wanted to pop in.
Oh, yeah, sure. Please look around. I'm just showing off today's new releases to our live audience.
Very cool.
Batman Family Year 1. This contains Batman Year 1, Batgirl Year 1, and Robin Year 1. All wonderful standalone series. I'm sorry, not Batman Year 1. Nightwing Year 1, which has been out of print for a long time. The new DC Compact editions, Harley Quinn and the Gotham City Sirens, and Brian Azzarello, Lee Bergman's Joker. Notice how thin that is, but it's still only $10. And the gorgeous Christian Ward Batman City of Madness, Batman vs. the Owls in a psychedelic setting. All right, let me give my wife some money so she can go run the errand she needs to run before we close up for the day. And then I think we're going to head out. If anyone... I know. I think because they want it to be what it's about. They want it to be satanic panic stuff. She's talking about the new Brubaker Phillips.
Yeah, I saw like a thing online for it, and I was like, it looks very different.
Deposit and use.
Sure.
All right, now let me go get you all the
Whatever,
books.
and you want something, I assume, but I'll be back. So.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought maybe you could just get a pint for home or something.
I was just going to get myself something.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Talk about ice cream. It's very important. Ignore ice cream conversation.
Which one you want me to deposit, which one you want me to use?
Use the 50.
Okay.
Deposit the rest. That will cover more than what we need. Yeah, these are all the books I gave Tirza that she said need to be returned.
Oh, no, Magic Kingdom.
Great stuff. I gave my daughter 4 books that I thought would really help her interests, really held her interest in the things she wanted, and the only one she read was the Ayn Rand one in there. So it's pretty interesting to me. The only great Ayn Rand book. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna head out. Tomorrow we're gonna look at 3 or 4 new books. I think 3 new books and about a dozen new number 1s, 6 number 2s, all sorts of stuff. So tune in tomorrow, hopefully not all the way at the end of the day. And until then, remember, damn it, babies, you gotta be kind.